Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Today we'll be going live and having a discussion with Justil Sam'an, and we'll be trying to get to know her a little bit. And hopefully, if you guys have any questions, you could leave it till after the discussion, and we'll gladly try to answer all those for you. Justil, hi, how
Yeah,
are you?
hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so
Can
much
you
for
hear
joining
me?
us.
Pleasure is mine.
So, congratulations on winning the primary elections.
Thank you
Proud of
very
you.
much. Thank you very much. It was amazing. We did the great work. The team worked very hard for it, but it was pleasant at the end.
Amazing. And I wish you the best of luck with the next elections coming up. It's going to be tough,
Thank you so much. It's
of
going to be
course.
very tough, but we still have hope,
Of
and we
course.
will work very hard for it.
We all have to try our best, and hopefully we could get as much support from the people, the diaspora, and as well as the people in Lebanon.
We only need people to trust us and to give us this chance because these elections are very important and it's a turning point. So having people's trust and giving us this chance is very important at the moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So before we get started, Giselle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Giselle Samaan. I'm from Jlaya, Zgharta. I am 31 years old. I studied international business management and I worked in the property development field. I'm a specialist in the field. After October 2019, I shifted my expertise to business consultancies, international business consultancy. And here I am today, leaving all that behind and focusing mainly on running for the elections and on the politics because this was in mind many years ago, but we couldn't make it. Now it's the time.
Yes, it is. It's been time for a while now, and it's
Yes,
great that we're seeing more people like you, and we wish you the best of luck. So
thank you very much.
you're very welcome. So what made you join the October Revolution, October 17 Revolution?
Well, before October 17, I have followed closely political, legal, and strategic matters, as well as social affairs, without engaging in politics. Because, as we all know, politics in our country has certain rules and regulations, and none of us can engage in a very natural way in the field because we have traditional families and the engagement is very hard for all of us. So for me, it was either having the Zain way or not doing that at all. I just focused on work, on studies, and October 17 changed everything. I joined the revolution at that time. The day was amazing. We couldn't believe what was happening. And I believe that I was sure that this is the turning point. And this is where it's our time to do what we have to do to our country. It's a new era, and we are responsible of doing the change and making that happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's everyone's responsibility, and I'm glad
Yes,
you. Built.
especially our responsibility as the new generation and as the youth, because I firmly believe that we are capable and we have all the expertise and we know a lot about it and we have all the know-how. And I know very well that we have all the studies, the strategic ways, and how we are going to shift what's happening to something new. but I firmly believe that we need people's trust. People, people need to trust us and give us this chance to prove for them that it's not a matter of country that is being only robbed. It's a matter of people working for the country. So our presence is very important at the time.
I completely agree with that. And thank you so much for all those details. Inshallah khair.
Inshallah khair.
Yeah.
Do you speak Arabic, by the way, or it's only English for you?
I speak Arabic. I speak Arabic. I
Yeah.
I might not read it very well, but I speak it for sure, fluently.
How long you've been in America for too long?
Almost my entire life. I was actually born here. Of course, it's not
This
my
is
interview here, but I actually lived in Lebanon for about 3 to 4 years of my life. They were
but
great
it is
years,
shown that you
but
really love. Yeah.
coming
But
back, you
I
could
can
tell.
tell. Yeah,
I mean,
it's difficult.
you could tell how nothing has changed since then, and it's been like 24 years almost. So
How does it supposed to change if we still have the same people running for the same positions and the same parliament? That's impossible. A change
absolutely.
mean new people, people that people trust, and that they know they are willing to do the work and to do the math. And like I can tell that you are a very patriotic person. Look at you helping us, giving us more exposure. And this is really, really heartful. I really love that.
I mean, you all deserve it because, I mean, just being on Lebanese television is not enough. We actually have to get the word out across the globe so people know that there's a lot of options out there for them. And of course, getting to know you is part of that step forward. So I'm hoping that people get to know
Definitely.
you today and hopefully they agree with your beliefs and what you have to say so that way they could support you.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Of course, of course. And again, thank you so much for joining us and taking the time out of your day.
No, it's a pleasure for me. And this is what I do now. It's all focused on the elections and the political situation in the country. And this is what I will be doing for the rest of my life, trust me.
Oh,
I
that's
firmly
that's amazing
believe,
to hear.
I firmly believe that it is one part of the road. We have till I don't know how much. We have plenty of time. At certain point we will reach our goal and we will do the work for the country. I consider myself, I'm still young. I'm 51 years old, so it's only one station into what's coming next, and hopefully the best is yet to come.
Absolutely. I hope that as well. And I believe for sure. It definitely takes motivation and hope to get across these difficult times in Lebanon. And that's what we're here to, provide hope for people across the globe and inside of Lebanon. So,
Definitely, definitely. You know something? I truly believe that people want the change. 90% of the Lebanese people are looking for that. But what they care about now is like having the profile of the people that they can put the trust into. So for us, it's a matter of communicating with the people, getting them to know us more, getting them to know what's in our mind, what's our ideas about everything. And I think if we are capable to reach each and every person in the country, I think we're going to be on the right track, and we're going to make a very beautiful conclusion, or a very beautiful winning, let's say winning.
absolutely. I believe in that as well. So, what made you join the National Bloc? And can you tell us a little bit about the organization?
Yes, I'm gonna just say a small brief about National Bloc and about how I joined National Bloc. I hope I'm not gonna be boring, but it's a timeline. So going back into 2019, I met National Bloc on the streets in the revolution, and team was amazing. How patriotic they are. What are they thinking? Everything about them is just amazing. So after all the path we had in the revolution, I joined them in a CSCS camp where they were trying to motivate young ladies to go into the field and be in politics. And it was amazing. After that, the National Bloc talked to me, and we had this small discussion about running for the elections because I was looking for something. I was looking for a group of people that I can put my effort with and my energy and my trust. National Bloc was amazing. The team was great. When we agreed, we didn't agree directly, but I was looking into the history of National Bloc because I just put a piece of paper and was like, what's the pros and what's the cons? So going back to history, in 1951, Lebanese National Bloc submitted the bill to grant women their political rights to vote, and that was amazing for me. I was looking for a very beautiful history for the bloc, and they drafted the civil marriage, and in 1956 they put the banking secrecy draft law. 68 they did the complete opposition for the second bureau and the opposition on the Cairo agreement. So looking back into history, I was amazed. We have a group that has a very delightful history and a very good present and a very beautiful program for the future. So, I was considering why not looking back into the history and meeting the new group in 2019 made me positive about the National Bloc and about what they are doing for the country. So it was exactly what I was looking for. And things escalated in a very beautiful way. And here we are. I am running, I'm an independent woman running for the National Bloc in Zgharta district with Shamaluna. And Shamaluna, let me talk about Shamaluna. Coalition with Shamaluna was as much beautiful as having National Bloc. The team is amazing. The performance, the primaries, everything they did so far was just amazing. And I think this is the way how things should be and how the country will be going into a positive strategic goal. Having National Bloc and all the groups and having Shamaluna for me is just a good start for politics.
Absolutely, and I'm actually glad you found like a home for yourself to, help push and progress, hopefully progress Lebanon into the right direction.
Yes,
Can I
yes, yes.
can I ask you how long
Yeah.
has National Bloc been around for? Just so people know. Has it been a while? A
Oh,
year plus?
uh, well, and looking back into history, it's been like from 1951 to 2000, 2000. No, it's 1951 till 1976, 1991. They refused the Syrian war, and it just clashed. I said it just clashed. But the new National Bloc, the new structure, the new vision of National Bloc started in 2018. So
Wow,
they were restructuring everything, and then the revolution happened.
perfect timing.
Yeah, it was amazing timing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
were you ever part of any political parties? And if so, what made you leave?
definitely not.
No.
Definitely not. I
Okay.
was only focused on studying and on business, on property development and the consultancy, because I truly believe that it is only the Zaim way or no way. So how am I supposed to be going for a political party and like 90% of the things I truly believe that this is not what's my way, or this is not how it's supposed to be, or I have to take into consideration everything before like let's say saying a word. This is not my way of doing the things. I truly believe that democracy is at first the democracy to speak up, to tell your exact ideas and not the same idea. So for me, it was no, it wasn't the case. It never ever was the case.
I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us were part of a political organization, but if they had the guts to leave, I also respect that as well because, I mean, like you said, it's either the Zaim way or no way. Some people had to
Yeah, let
choose.
me tell you. Yes, and like it's like I'm not gonna give you number, but like there are high rates of people who chose to leave, and I'll tell you why. Because like these people, they truly believe that they can be in a political party and they can do the change and they can adjust the situation and they can say things out loud. But what it turned out that there are only numbers in this political party because like the structure of the political party is always the main person giving the idea and like everyone has to obey. And this was not what people were looking for. And this is what has been shown since October 17th revolution. They are looking for alternative because their voice it wasn't heard. And that's why, and this is amazing for me, that people are leaving and left the traditional political parties and we are moving to something new, to something else, to something that represents us more. So this is great, and this is what we were looking for, and this is what should have happened. So how it happened is exactly what was on mind for me. We need something new. We need new political parties. We need a new structure for the Lebanon, for the governments in Lebanon, and we need to go into a new era. And this is what we are doing now. We are shifting from everything, mainly political, old fashioned, not convenient, not productive parties to something that resembles us more.
I completely agree, and we definitely promote this change and we support the change as well, and hopefully we can encourage more people to see a new path or a new option and a new opportunity.
Amar, allow me to say something. What's happening in our country is not that the country is, we don't have resources or something. We have everything. We have everything. We even have gas, we have oil. We only lack people, people that are patriotic, that work for the country and not for their own benefit. We need certain type of people to get back and have back the country because we have everything. Lebanon is amazing. Look back into Lebanon in 1975 and all the timeline. People are the main reason of the war. People are the main reason of the poverty because we don't have new faces. I don't mean by new faces just new faces. We don't have productive people working for the country. And this is the main issue now. We need to have people we trust, people that can do the work, people that can say no to the Zaim, and people that are suitable to fill this place. We have everything. Lebanon have the resources, the people, the brains, the tourism, the beauty, everything. We have everything. We just need the right people and the right place.
Absolutely. And it's a shame because there's a lot of people that are still stuck, and I mean, they're trying to find a way out, but we hope that they don't continue to stay silent because their silence is not helping us move forward, and it's not helping people like you and trying to bring new faces. We definitely need people to speak up and speak out against what's been going on for years.
Definitely, but I think that people are aware now of everything, and they know what's the best for the country and for their future.
Yeah,
I
there's
truly believe that.
I believe that as well. And there's something called the snowball effect, and I believe that's been kind of starting to happen ever since October 17. I mean, even before then, but now it's starting to pick up the pace. So hopefully this election is actually going to be the big turning point.
And if it's not the big turning point, let me tell you something, it's a starting point. It's a starting point. We'll meet in the 2026 and other election, but this is the starting point and it's going to be great. I'm sure it is.
Uh, I love the what do you call it? The
Positivity.
yeah, the positivity, exactly, the optimism, and I wish you all the
Yeah,
best, and
we
I
have
wish
to
everyone
fight.
else.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
of course.
Omar, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's the person who's going to be running or who's going to be inside the parliament. What matters is the group of people that will be helping this person inside or out to do the work and do the math. So it's not about the one person, it's about the group.
Absolutely. I mean, we're better as a whole and united.
Yeah,
The unity is what's gonna allow us to see this person and hopefully many people make it in there. That's what's the unity is gonna allow us to make that progression and support them with, along the way in the parliament.
definitely. I totally agree.
So, Giselle, what are some of your primary goals and how do you plan to accomplish those goals?
Well, for me, the youth and the new generation is an important primary goal. So what I look after is the unemployment rate, the immigration rate, the development index, and the youth progress index. Because Omar, it is very sad what at this stage we have arrived into. Half of our youth are looking into immigration, and the other half already went there and they don't believe in a future in their own country. Families are being teared apart, and this is very sad. I know that sovereignty is the most important factor at the moment, but after that, helping our generation and the youth to stay in the country and work for the country and be and stay next to their families and parents are very important factor for Lebanon to continue the way it is, or else who's going to stay in the country? Who's going to be working for the country? What's going to happen for the country? So the main purpose and the main issue and the main goal and the main focus will be on helping the youth to work and stay in our country. There's so many ways. There's so many tools and we have all the tools in our program, and we know we have the know-how and how it's going to happen. But as a start, let's have the chance to be part of this parliament, and we know how it's going to work.
You're absolutely right. The youth
Yeah.
is key.
Mm.
The youth is key, and many have already kind of left the country already, but some have stayed persistent and they haven't given up on Lebanon. Even those who left the country, we definitely are trying to continue to get them to like support from wherever they are around the world, and they can definitely support from wherever they are. So definitely don't give up hope wherever you
Uh,
may be in the world.
I truly believe that okay, part of the people they went to study, or they are convinced that they want to make future outside the country. But I truly believe that a big number had to leave the country. And this is very sad. And they are not happy about it. They want to come back and to be next to their loved ones. And this is sad. And this is very sad. What's matter is staying here, is working for the country, as developing an economic growth that can help all our generation to stay where they love to be.
Absolutely.
I really feel very sad talking about this.
It's definitely saddening. I mean, it's heartbreaking
Mm.
because they didn't really
Yeah,
have an option. They weren't left with an option to
definitely.
stay. whether it's to work, to help support their families, their parents, their cousins, and of course they left a lot of friends behind as well. So
Definitely. And I can hear that every single day. People are sad and mental health is draining. It's very bad. It's very bad. And I truly believe once we go into the parliament and we start working, things have to escalate in a positive, good way. And things will happen. I don't promise you shortly, but at some point we will reach the destination.
absolutely, and I believe that as well. We just got to keep trying, and we have to, not give up.
Yes. And I know that most of them are tired from the situation. I just, I hope that they will make the change, and the change will help them to just reboost their energy and go into a positive mental health.
I hope so as well, and I think you're doing a great job so far. So people hopefully watching this video or watching it after, hopefully they will regain that energy that they've been lacking and that we've all been lacking. We definitely need that
Yes.
boost.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely need that, especially the Lebanese people. I think they are the most happy people in the world, even though they went over like terrible, terrible situations. But we Lebanese still have this positivity no matter what, and this is a blessing.
It definitely is a blessing. Through all the
Mm.
hardships, we still manage to find happiness some way or some kind of something to keep our, hopes up a little bit.
Yes, I
So,
totally agree.
Giselle, how do you plan on standing out
Yes.
from the competition?
Ah, well, I have I have my program. I'm meeting people every single day. I'm doing the work that has to be done. I know it's a very tough competition, and I know that previous political people are on TVs. People know them. They have the resources, the funding, the money, and everything related. But I truly believe that once people get to know us and hear our program and what we are going to do and what we are looking into and meeting these people and addressing them, this will help us reach the destination. So we don't need to be competing in a very hard way because Lebanese people are aware of the situation and Lebanese people want the change. So I think at some point um, we don't need to make that happen in a very big effort because we are halfway through it. But all we need is to make people trust us, communicate with them, have conversation with everyone, and tell them what are we willing to do and how we are willing to do it. So this is the strategy. I think we are doing well so far. Definitely, we need more exposure, but this is this time we are working into it right now, and I think things will turn out to be pretty well for us.
I hope so, and I wish you all the best. And I'll keep saying that
Thank you
throughout
so much.
this discussion. So, if you're
Thank you so
successfully,
much.
of course, you're very
Yeah.
welcome. So, if you're successfully elected, Giselle, what are some of the what can people expect? What are like some of the laws you'll change or impose? Can you tell us a little bit about that? We lost her. Hopefully, it's not the electricity in Lebanon right now. We'll give her some time to get back to us. And if she disconnects, we'll give her a little bit more time. Of course, in Lebanon, the electricity is constantly going out. Generators have to be turned on, so that's probably what's going on right now. Once the electricity goes out, the internet goes out, and we have to wait for that to boot up. And these are one of the problems, or one of the many problems that people are facing every day in Lebanon. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to Lebanon. Let's give her a moment, and if she reboots, we'll bring her back into the live. That way we don't have to disconnect. And I appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hopefully let's see, here she comes again. Bear with us. Yeah, it's terrible. How can people live without electricity and having to pay two electricity bills? It's definitely not
يا
fair.
بنت
And other parts of the countries, and
جيبي
even
لي
some of
الواي
the,
فاي
the
منه.
worst countries, they still have electricity.
مم. شلون
In
الواي
Lebanon,
فاي؟
somehow they managed to not
لا
have it.
لا الواي
They
فاي
don't have the money
باسورد.
for it, supposedly. Absolutely. We're in this together and we have to support. Justel, we tried to bring you back in. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna remove you and then maybe you could join up again. Okay, okay,
Can you
perfect. We're
finally?
back. What
What can we
happened? Was
say?
it the electricity?
No, I got disconnected even though I'm in Beirut district and I'm on 4G. I don't know what's happening. Even the 3G, the 4G, everything is complete mess.
Well, I mean, we definitely discussed the electricity situation in Lebanon.
Yeah, well, what can
Yeah.
we say? But this is normal for us. Like it's something very usual.
Electricity, I mean, the phone networks, you're talking about 3G and 4G. In the US, we have 5G right now, and pretty soon I'm sure we'll have something else. Lebanon is
And
still, you know,
you know something, I was convinced like I'm not gonna turn on the Wi-Fi because I'm in Beirut and 4G would be amazing. And look at us, we got disconnected and it was that's terrible. What
it's
can we
okay.
say?
Hey, the people understand, and it's good to have
Yeah,
you, and thank you for not giving up.
never, never,
Welcome
ever.
back.
So with thank you so much. So I was talking about if I got elected, what's the main things I will be working on? Definitely, I was saying transparency is a key factor for all the work I'm gonna be doing. But for me, there's three main things I'm gonna be working for. We have the AFAL law for the extreme poverty, and this is what matters now because like people are living in a very terrible situation. So poverty is a very important. I'm not gonna be talking about the road and other factors. For me, poverty is the key. Second thing, I'm gonna be covering the personal status law, civil marriage, the personal law, personal code, and everything related. And thirdly, I will be talking about and covering the law of the independence of the judiciary. So this is key factor. Now I have the Wi-Fi. If we got interrupted, like I'm gonna be using the Wi-Fi.
No worries. We're ready
So
for
for
you.
me, a transparent. Yeah, thank you so much. Transparency is key, but these three laws are very important at the moment. And we always care about sovereignty. and this is main factor. Transparency is main factor, but some things has to be stated and has to be legalized in order for us to do the work. And these are for me the three main things, the three main primary things.
Awesome. I mean, poverty is huge in Lebanon. It's a big, big deal. And you mentioned you're not going to talk about the roads because obviously we know the roads in Lebanon are terrible and many other problems. But I agree
Yes,
with you.
but
Poverty is,
yes, because like at this stage, it's about humanity. It's about I got disconnected.
uh-oh. We're we're still hearing you a little bit.
It's going well.
We're hearing you back.
So
Yeah, we're back.
yes, so as I was saying, it's about people now. It's about granting to the people the ability to live in an equal world. It's about poverty. It's about helping the children go to schools. It's about the food. It's about everything related to the daily life impact. So this is primary for me.
I mean, we have a lot of NGOs and things like that, but it shouldn't be the responsibility of these NGOs. It should be the responsibility of the government.
The
So
state,
I
definitely, totally agree with that.
hopefully we'll have more people like you who think like you and believe that the government should be responsible for its people.
That's what's normal. That's the reality. That's how things should be done. What's happening is not normal. How things are going in our country, that's unreal. So the main thing is have a country with a state, with a transparency, with no poverty, with a good personal status, with a good law of independence and everything related. We have nothing. But I always say we have the resources, the country, and the people, and we can do the change.
It's absolutely not normal. I mean, right now Lebanon is not normal, and some people have gotten used to that. They've adapted that they can't expect anything from people in power.
Unfortunately, and this is very bad.
Yeah. Uh, would you like to take one question while we're about to finish up? It's actually kind of in regards to what some people expect, but give us a second. I think we lost Giselle. Okay, okay, you're back.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
Okay, so we have a question from Rania Jurdi. Since today is Teachers' Day, if elected,
Yeah.
how would your performance or plan going, how is your plan going to be towards public education?
Just a second.
No, take your time. Take your time. And if you need me to repeat it, let me know.
Just a second. I'm just
Oh,
trying to do something
you're
so we
fine.
can get connected anymore. Let's pray
Gotcha.
for that.
Yep, we're praying. Regardless, it's great to have
It's,
you, Justel. Thank you so much for being a part of this discussion. Bear with us, everyone.
Yeah, can you
Alrighty.
hear me? Yeah,
Yes, we
we're fine.
can.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. It's amazing now. I'm not. We're not gonna disconnect anymore. I think. Hopefully. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Bella
Can you
Hassid.
please? Can can you please repeat the question?
Yes, so basically, we had a question. So since today is Teachers' Day,
Yeah.
if elected, how would your performance or plan, how is your plan going to be towards public education? That was just one of the questions.
So I truly believe that public education and the private education should be in an equal level. So for me, what we have to do is do a shift in the program in order for the public education to be in a certain level equal to the private education. And it's not about shifting the program, it's about helping the teachers and the public and in the private education to be more efficient, go after new programs, and this will start by providing them a good salary, a good wage, in order for them to stay up to date in the information and their lifestyle and loving their job in order for them to give more productivity into the work they are doing. So, inspiring the teacher, giving incentive to the teachers, and shifting the public programs and education to reach at some point an equal stage with the private education is key factor in the development of this. Um, I truly consider, and I'm very happy to say that our Lebanese system, since the 1990s till date, is a very well prime system as for education. We have the best schools in the world. We have the best universities in the world, and we can do much, much better. So all we need is to put some incentives into the field for the teachers, for the people who are working into this, and try to boost the programs for the public sector and the education to reach an equal level with the private sector. And it's very easy, and we can do it without putting a lot of energy or a lot of pressure or a lot of money into it.
Absolutely. Definitely, teachers need to be incentivized in order to provide that quality education. I definitely agree with that.
What's happening today is like we have if teachers wants to go to their classes, they will pay all their salary just to pay the fuel, and this is terrible.
Absolutely. It doesn't motivate them to want to teach. I mean, they're probably getting to school and they're probably upset, which it actually reflects that when they're teaching.
And taking into consideration what's happening in Ukraine, I don't know at this level, at 10 days in advance or 1 month in advance, what's going to happen to the fuel price in Lebanon. So how it's going to happen for the teacher to go, what's going to happen for them? All their salary would be paid for fuel.
Actually, fuel has already went up in the U.S. quite a bit. So, I mean, I wish you guys the best. And
Thank you so
hopefully, our
much.
government can do something in the middle.
Take into consideration that we don't have a fixed exchange rate. So, like yesterday, it was 20,000, and today it's like 21 something. And who knows what's going to happen in the next months and how much it's going to be. So, teachers are in a very bad situation.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm praying for our people every day, and I'm sure many of us are as well. Sorry, were you saying something you just said?
I was saying thank you for the question, Rania.
Oh, And thank you so much for answering as well. She did say thank you. So, since you're running in North Zayda district,
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot of problems in all the other districts. It's probably similar. Uh, Focusing on North Zayda, what are some of the major problems people are facing?
Well, our region is a small sample of how the country is. So we need to work the same work we're doing for the entire country. We need to have a balanced development. We need to have more public spaces, definitely a sewage treatment, the garbage recycling plan, decentralization, looking back into the environment, we have to have a very the preservation of the environment. So these six main points are urgently needed to function. And I think this is what we need in the entire country, not just for our region. Everything has to be settled, and we need to start working on everything as we are working from draft. We lack everything. We have nothing. We don't have electricity, but we are capable to have the electricity uh, if we just work for it. If you only have new faces that are willing to do the work and that are not related to design that will say no, stop it here or stop it there. We have the resources and we can make everything happen. It's not impossible. It's not impossible for us. We just need to be focusing on the work and being capable to go into the parliament and do the math.
I agree with that. And I'm sure I mean, if there truly is not like they don't have the capability to do something, we all know that countries are willing to support. They just have to want to give us what we deserve. And that's what we're hoping for in this election, just to get new faces, people who actually want to improve Lebanon and give people what they deserve, a better life.
People want to see the true color of Lebanon. And the true color of Lebanon is the Lebanese way, our way. And this is what we are going to show them after the election if we got elected, the Lebanese way.
I hope so. It's about time they see it. And hopefully the world will see that as well. We'll all just regain hope. وكلنا بنرجع على لبنان eventually.
الكل بده يرجع على لبنان. I am very positive. I have like 80% of my family living abroad in Australia and in other countries like in Saudi Arabia and Qatar and everywhere. And I hear it every single day. كلنا بدنا نرجع على لبنان because they love the country.
Yes, we
Simply.
do. Yeah.
Yes.
And no matter what happens, we'll always love Lebanon, even if we're a million miles away. That love doesn't go away.
Never ever. And I know that. I know that. Hopefully,
yeah,
we'll do the job and you guys can come back.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Inshallah. That's So, if you didn't win this election, by the way, this is going to be our last question before we take questions and before you give us your last words. I'm glad we made it towards the final stage. Yeah. So, if you didn't win this election, are you going to continue your efforts with National Bloc, and are you going to be persistent with battling corruption that you have been?
Definitely. I'm not going to repeat myself, but as I stated earlier, this is the first stage into the road, and the best is yet to come. So definitely, there's no going back at that. I'm going to be full focus and do this.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And we can't wait to see more of you and see some action.
Trying our best, I promise. full energy into it, full focus into it. It's like we are working like 18 hours a day, full heart into it. We just need people to trust us and to give us this chance to be able to go and do the work.
Actually, sounds like you're working very hard compared to some of the people that ministers that are going out at night and enjoying themselves as if nothing is wrong in the country, which is shameful.
No, no. A lot is wrong with the country. A lot is wrong with the country. We need to be working, and it all starts in the election box.
So yeah, make sure everyone listening, make sure you use your voice, your vote, because it does count. And we all need that. Sorry.
Doing my best. I'm
Yes,
doing my best. I'm
yes, you
doing my best to reach the possible amount of people and to talk with them and to tell them what I think and how I'm going to be working. I'm doing all I can do. And I promise you, if I didn't get elected in 2022, it's going to happen in 2026 or later on.
amazing. I love the, yeah,
We would sing this video.
yes, we will. I love the positivity and I love the energy just now. Thank you so much for the time and answering all these questions. I want
Pleasure
to
for me.
I want to open it up for the chat. See if anyone would like to ask any questions
Yeah,
before we let you go.
let's do it.
Yes. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know, and we'll gladly answer them with the time that we have left. So in the meantime, can you tell people how they can support you if they'd like to
Well,
support you?
yes, basically now all we care about is reaching more people because, as you know, people like they don't know us because they only know the traditional politicians that are on TV يعني من 30 سنة لحد اليوم. So we need to have more exposure in the media, social media, everything related to that. So all we care about is having more exposure in order for everyone to get to know us and have conversation with them and convince them why they should vote for us. So exposure is a must and it's a very important factor at the moment. We wish and we are looking into that. Please help us reach more people. This is what we care about at the moment.
Thank you so much. So it seems like we've answered pretty much the main questions came from Rania Jersey, and I appreciate her chiming in. I wanted to give you this moment to give us like your final words. Let the people know what would you like to tell them?
Well, I will end up this beautiful meeting asking them to give us one last chance, one only chance. It's not a last chance, it's a one only chance. It's a turning point for all of us. It's a turning point in the Lebanese situation. Please do your best. Give us this chance. Vote for the change. We are counting on you. You are our last hope and our last chance to go into a country that really respects us. So we are counting on the voting day and we are hoping that you will give us your trust to work for this country.
Thank you so much, Giselle. And I hope we've gained the trust of many, and that you only continue to gain.
We pray for that.
Absolutely. Me too. And best of luck during this election. Best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
Of
Thank you for
course.
everyone for the questions, for the support and everything that has been written. I was capable to read some of the sentence of some of the words. Thank you everyone for the support. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time, Giselle. Have a great rest of your evening, and
Have
we'll
a
talk
great
to you
day
soon. Thank you.
and have a good evening, everyone.
Appreciate it. Alrighty. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye, Giselle.
Thank you so much. Bye.